you today to share with you a quick and easy and inexpensive St. Patrick's Day wreath to go on your door for the next few weeks. I went to Dollar Tree and picked up these little non-woven laundry bags. They're just a flat black fabric that I'm going to cut up into strips. Got this little glittery hanging thing that I'm going to cut apart. I got a bag of these little gold coins. I already had a little bag of these rubber bands, and you can use whatever rubber bands you have will work. I just happen to have those. And then for my wreath form, you could use a embroidery hoop, a wire hoop, any kind of hoop you have, and I have those, but I just thought I'd been saving this extra large cereal box, and I just cut the front out and traced a dinner plate and a salad plate. My circle is about 9.5 inches, the big one, and then to make it a little more sturdier, I decided to go ahead and trace the back too. So I'm going to cut out the front and the back of this chipboard and glue it together to give it a little more stability. All right, I have my cereal front and back glued together with just a glue stick, simple enough. Now I spread out my laundry bag and I want to show you what it looks like. Across it's about 24 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the drawstring right here as close to the seam as possible. And what I did is I took a pencil and a ruler, and I don't think the camera, I think it is picking up a little bit, but I divided this bag into thirds. So I'm going to be cutting some 8-inch strips all the way up. Now I have my bag cut into my 8-inch strips. I also ran a scissors up each side of the bag, so now I actually have 6 separate strips. And I also wanted to knock a few of the wrinkles out, and I put an iron on low. I can't stress to you enough to use an iron on low if you want to knock a few of the wrinkles off, because I did on this one of these strips. This was my first strip I tried to iron. It will melt this little fabric, so just be careful of that and use a low iron if your bag is extra wrinkly. But it's not too bad. Once it gets all scrunched up on the wreath, you won't be able to see the wrinkles anyway. It's really not necessary. Is now that I have all my strips, I'm just going to cut 2-inch all the way down. And I also need you to know that there is a pocket on the side of that bag, and you're just gonna, the pocket is the same width of the strips. So right here, I'm just gonna use that as just still 2-inch strips. So my completed strips will be 2 by 8. Your strips, there'll be a few strips that will have parts of that pocket on it, and they will pull off pretty easily. So just pull off little pieces, or you know, you'll have enough strips to where you could just discard those and use those if you have to. So just be sure and check your strips before you start rubber banding them onto your ring. Okay, let me show you how I'm going to cover up the ring. I just took one of my strips and I make it pretty even at match the ends up like this, and then just take my little rubber band and round it about 3 times. Now I believe I got these little hair bands maybe at Walmart, not sure, but these are the ones that you normally find in the hair section where the hair brushes and barrettes and stuff are, if you are looking for those little rubber bands. But any rubber band will do, but I just happen to have those little ones. So I'm just going to keep scrunching up these little strips all around the loop until it is completely covered. And I estimate I've got at least 75 strips here, so I'm thinking that one bag is going to do the trick. So when I get back with you, I'll have my whole ring covered. All right, let me catch you up where I'm at now. I've got my ring completely covered in my little strips. And you know, to be perfectly honest with you, I think it is so cute having those rubber bands show like that. That package of rubber bands that I bought had green ones in there, and I should have used the green ones, because my original plan was to cover up the rubber bands with the gold coins. You know, I may not use as many coins as I had originally envisioned. But let me show you, one laundry bag was plenty big. I have at least a dozen strips left over, and I made my strips on here pretty snug because I didn't want the cardboard to show. But if you painted your ring black, it wouldn't have to be as scrunched up as mine are, but I like the fullness to it. Now all I got to do is just finishing touches on it, and I'll hang it up and show you the finished project. All right, friends, it is dusk and we're here at my front door. I'm going to move in a little closer so you can get a better look. But how much cuter can you possibly get for $3? I mean, seriously. The laundry bag, the coins, and the little St. Patrick's Day hanging thing. I absolutely love it for $3. So I hope you'll take this idea, make it your own. And I appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.